Hey, this is the Bad Guy Spoken Podcast. This is another episode of Top 5. And today we're doing Top 5 movies that I loved as a kid and hate as an adult now. So I went back and watched these movies, and these movies just didn't move me the same way as it did before. Um, Number 5, Mars Attacks. Now, if you've never seen Mars Attacks is like, I don't know whether it's considered a science fiction, a horror, a comedy, a spoof. I don't know what it was, but it was a really weird movie. And as a kid, I liked it. I thought it was funny. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like as a kid, you kind of take it as for face value. But now that I'm older and I like really dissect movies, that was a trash movie. It was awful. Like, what was up with Pierce Brosnan being half head? Like, you know what I'm saying? His head being on like a dog's body or a cat body, wherever it was. I forget. Yeah, that movie was awful. And then you had what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Dude who played the Joker back in the 80s. I can't think of his name right now. Well, he was in it too, playing like two or three different characters. I don't know. It was just I like him though. I just can't think of his name on top of my head for some reason. I don't know why. I just drew a blank. But yeah, that movie was ass. Number 4, Austin Powers. That's gonna be the one that's gonna get y'all, man. I feel like y'all gonna be like, really, Austin Powers? I understand Austin Powers was a James Bond spoof, but when I go back and watch it, I didn't laugh, I didn't chuckle, I didn't smile not once. Besides one scene in the, I think it was the first one. Cause I used to crack up at the mini me shit as a kid. Like I just realized because it was just childish. That's why I laughed at the stuff. But the scene that made me laugh was when dude was climbing the ladder and he falls and pulls the guy's pants down. And he's like, at first I thought you were crazy, but now I can see you're nuts. Like that. That's just clever. It was just clever wordplay. I thought that was hilarious. Uh, and the scenes to kill me back in the day. But probably because I was probably because I've seen a lot was probably when dude he went to like he was going to run the guy over from Mad TV. And he's like, no, he's just screaming, and like he could have been out the way because it was moving slow. He just kind of it just kept showing him over and over again, like no. I thought that was funny. Uh, but other than that, no. Number 3, the first Scooby Doo movie, the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr. I forget the guy's name who played Shaggy. Um, I don't know. I forget Velma's name too. But that's my boy Travis's crush. She got a weird no Linda Cardellini. That's her name. Yeah, it doesn't hold up well. When you go back and like as a kid, I used to watch it all the time. But like I stopped watching for a minute and went back and watched it. I was like, this movie wasn't that good. Like I thought it was. So I gotta say that for that one. Goofy storyline. In fact, the Scrappy Doo was the villain the whole time. It's kind of cheesy. I don't know. It was just kind of a weird movie. Very, very cringy in some scenes too. When you go back and watch it, yeah. Number 2, as much as people love this movie, as an adult, I don't get it now. My dad told me the same thing as a kid too, and now I get it. Miss Doubtfire, and the reason why I say Miss Doubtfire is because the wife was such a terrible person. I understand. Spoiler alert. I understand if he was acting childish, and you're like, I don't want this element. Well, she was like, I don't really want this element around my children, so she got the divorce from him. But the thing was, when she got the divorce from him, she got him separated from his kids, and he loved his kids. It wasn't like he was just, you know what I'm saying, like he was a deadbeat and like that. He was really there for his kids, and he was so there for the kids that he ruined the house in the process, type stuff. You know what I'm saying? He had like a goat, all kind of different stuff, eating the cake. Like he was doing a lot. But the thing was, she was like, well, you're not showing any responsibility. Not only did he have a job, he's working at the he was like doing voiceovers. Then he had a job he maintained a regular job as like himself, then maintained another job being Miss Doubtfire. He was holding down to, and I feel like he had a third job. I ain't even seen in a minute, but I feel like he had a third job too. He was holding down 3 different jobs And one of the jobs was literally just so he can see his kids. Where he literally was just pretending to be an old lady. He used to get his stuff worked on and was still trying to spy on the you know what I'm saying, like on Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan, I just realized Pierce Brosnan's been in 2 of these movies. And I love this movie as a kid, and I was like, man, I love Miss Doubtfire. But like as an adult, I'm watching now, like this movie is sad for real. Like he's doing the most just to see his kids. He had to do all this just to see his kids, and then she had the nerve to look surprised they took the when they took the kids away from him. Like when they got to the court scene at the end. She's looking at him like nigga, this is your fault. Why are you surprised? You did this. But I don't know. That rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like the fact that she really acted surprised like that. Like that shit is stupid. And like when I watched it again, it made me mad for real. And then like the end, like I said, like she got the kids taken away from him. And then at the very end, she was just like they was cool with it. And then like you seen him on TV, like he was playing the character as Miss Doubtfire, and she's like, he's always there. Like, no, like that's not okay. You really ruined this man's life. And it was not like I get like it like I understand that every story has a happy ending, but it's like sheesh. That story was sad. I don't know. That movie, it like when you go back and watch it, it really rubs you the wrong way, bro. Like it really gets me salty for real. I'll be like, bro, what? Like, I don't know. And then number one is Spawn. The movie's just ass. I just didn't. I just like Michael Jai White, and I just love the character Spawn so much that I just put up with it as a kid. But that movie doesn't hold up at all. It didn't even hold up then. I heard. I guess that was. It came out the same year Matrix came out. I guess. So when I found that out, I was like, woof. Because the Matrix back then, I was like, this is like high level stuff right here. And then that, yeah, that's all I'm saying on that one. Yeah, it's just bad. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. Keep it tight.